Yeah, they're dreams. Sometimes I have bad memories and stuff attached to them, but they're dreams nevertheless. But in a game where fantasy is a thing, where there's a bunch of stuff like, beings that can control dreams and stuff like that, and all that jazz, I don't know about that. So what was the plan with the co-op stuff in this game? So this module is one of like hundreds, and there are some modules that players have made, as well as the actual like development team, that are supposedly a lot better than just the original campaign, although the expansions I've heard are a lot better than the campaign as well. But, so we would basically be playing this game, obviously completely different story, different characters, all that stuff, but we would be doing it with co-op. So we would have classes, like whatever we wanted to play kind of deal, but we would have like someone who does like specializes in like buffing or frontline fighters. You could get like a good mix of a team from it, but basically it would be like this but cooperative. Let's talk to Kendrak.
I suppose you're here to sign up, are you? I've no time for a new apprentice, however, so off you go.
Sign up for what? The Bloody Mercenary Guild, of course. Isn't that why you've come? Unless you're not here for training. Wait. Now I've placed you. You're one of the folk who came with Lady Arabeth, aren't you? From Neverwinter. My apologies, lad. We've got so many strangers coming through town these days, after all. Something I can do for you. I'd like to ask some questions. Anything of interest? Looking for work. Do you know of any? I have a problem someone competent like yourself might be able to help with. And there's no coin in it for you to... And there's coin in it to boot. What's the problem? I received word from Waterdeep not long ago that a group of criminals escaped through the Bulwark prison. Dangerous bunch, killers all. According to the word, the group be split up to avoid capture, but all of them be in this region. His verbiage. That makes me nervous, it does. Each of them has a sizable bounty for their left ear marked with the seal of the Bulwark to prove that they be dead. 'Tis too dangerous a task to set me own men to it, but perhaps ye might be up to the challenge. What does ye think, lad? Yeah, I'll do it. 'Tis a relief to hear, lad, and I left free and alive. These criminals would become a problem, I'm sure. I hope you find them all. Holy. Zor be a Minotaur. So he should stick out wherever he goes. He'd be strong, fierce warrior, but a wee bit simple in the head. What about Sturge? Sturge be a strange one. A gnome thief, it is said, who believes himself to be the smartest man alive. What about Zor? Wyvern. Wyvern is an elven man, a renowned bandit who is familiar with the ways of the wood. He'd be deceptive and cunning, and skilled with a bow. Delilah. Female halfling who is known to be cruel and wicked, she being an assassin who comes from Luskin. And finally, Yesgar. Yesgar be a fierce half-orc murderer, and it were that he masterminds the escape of all of these criminals. Ooh. Okay. Need some directions. Can one get magical supplies in town? Them cloak wizards have built an enclave here. It's a strange place, but Elutra caters to wizardly folk. Oh! She's here, huh? We'll have to find her out. Alright, hey, what's up, Grimnaw?
Again, I taste a storm of slaughter on the air. I'm not surprised to find you here at the center of the whirlwind.
What are you doing here, Grimnaw? We parted ways. I meant to return to my order, but I bowed to the Silent Lord, and I discovered I could best serve his will by staying in Neverwinter for the time being. I'm eager to find and slaughter those who unleashed the wailing death upon Neverwinter. Thousands were taken by disease, their essence stolen from the grasp of true death. That was why I answered Lord Nasher's desperate call for mercenaries to come to port last. He is also anxious to root out those behind the wailing death. So you were conscripted into service by Arabeth. When Arabeth recruited the mercenaries, we were all paid in advance for our services. Well paid. Lord Nasher is sparing no expense in tracking down these cultists. Our instructions were simply to make ourselves available to whomever requires our assistance. So, in that spirit, is there anything I can do for you? Could use a monk by my side. Okay, and now we can start picking up all their quests.
Is there some...
So this is, again, one of those things where... Grimnaw's Tale. Only when you are higher levels of experience. And only if you have adventured with him in the past enough for him to consider you a friend.
Is there something you need?
Okay. So we'll get all their quests. They probably all have the same thing. They were all kind of conscripted.
So, we meet again. The others had told me Erebeth had recruited you to find cultists. I can't say I'm surprised. You've acquired quite the reputation for yourself, haven't you?
All right. So we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to get all of them and their quests going.
Yes? Is there some... Hello?
Because, my God, they have a lot of stuff going on.
Hey there. Hey there, dear. What can I do for you?
Who is Barax? Hero of Neverwinter, I am Barax, formerly soldier of Neverwinter. Now I intend to hunt down the bastards who did this. How do you know my name? Everyone in Neverwinter knows your name. You were one of the people who saved us from the plague, and I suspect that you'll help just as much in the search for the bastards who started it. Who are we searching for? The cult, of course. Serious organization that unleashed the plague of Neverwinter and killed so many innocent people. A hero like you is just what we need to find them. I'll do my best. Sure, that will be more than enough. A lot of innocent people were killed, and this cult owes us a debt that can only be repaid in blood. Give them hell for all of us. Okay, I was wondering if he was like a new companion I could get. Okay. Get your quest.
Is there something you need?
Okay. Because otherwise we're just going to be here doing conversation stuff for the next 9 hours. Tommy... There's one we're missing, isn't there?
Well, now, if it isn't you, glad I am to see you. Isn't the country wonderful this time of year? So much better than the city with all that, burning and dying.
Okay. And yeah, we're just going to get their stuff. Because, my God, there's so much talking for these guys. And the only one I really care about is Dalen, but I think I even sped through his stuff. Okay. Alright. Did we get everybody's tail? Is there any... We have Erebeth's tail now, too. At a higher level, we can talk to her more, which is interesting. Wasn't expecting that. So we have Tommy, Sorcerer, Cleric, Bard, Monk. Is there anyone else? And then obviously him. I think it was just 6, wasn't it? Let me double check. I can Google this real quick. Neverwinter Knights Henchman quests. Let me see here. I think we're in chapter 3. Dalen, Grimnaw, Linnu, Sharwin's, and Tommy's. Nope. Yes, Arwen is added to it. So, Erebeth, Aaron. Okay, so we're going to have to get a quest thing for Aaron, which is good. Body Knock, Dalen, Grimnaw, Linnu, Sharwin, and Tommy. Okay, nope, that's all of them. Alright, sweet. Makes our job easy. What's up, Dalen?
It's a pleasure to see you again, though not altogether unexpected. I had heard that Erebeth recruited you to stamp out the foul cult that was responsible for the plague.
Surprised to see you here, Dalen. I know we went our separate ways, Ateriese, but it seems the gods have seen fit to bring us together once more. After we parted ways in Neverwinter, I returned to the trade of blades to offer my skills for hire. It was there I was approached by Lady Erebeth on behalf of Lord Nasher himself. It seems Lord Nasher is determined to root out the cult that brought so much suffering in the city. He has ordered all the mercenaries in Neverwinter to come to port last to join the search. Okay, so we already kind of know that they all have this stuff. Could use a good fighter by my side. Be honored to join my blade to your cause.
Yes. Okay. Is there something?
We'll talk for a while. I'd like to know a little more about you. There are no great secrets about me, Ateriese. I am what I am. My father was an orc. My mother was an Uthgard of the Red Tiger tribe. I know nothing of my father, but my mother would never speak of him. But I was raised among the Red Tiger tribe and customs and traditions of Uthgard people. Okay, we already kind of went through this. Okay. Went to Luskan. Why'd you go to Luskan? It was the closest city to our tribe that I knew nothing of its foul, rotten character. If I had, I would not have gone. I've tried to forget my name in that accursed city, Ateriese. The memories are not pleasant. This is not the time to speak of such things. Okay. So they all have kind of a very, very similar quest. Oh my gosh. I have to refill this whole thing. I guess it's not that bad. Grimnaw. Let's say we should have a contract. Sharwin's contract. We'll have a feather, I believe. Do we not get a feather? Oh, there it is. Dalen's feather. Okay. Okay, I guess that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. All right, neat. Neat. So eventually we'll get a high enough level where they'll talk to us for the rest of it. All right, Aaron, what's up?
Hail, friend. You were instrumental in ridding Neverwinter of the wailing death, I understand. Allow me to congratulate you on a job well done. You have shown yourself to be possessed of remarkable courage and resourcefulness. That is fortuitous, for both these qualities will be needed if you are to complete your mission. But that is not how we should begin. I am known as Aaron Genn, and I have served our Lord Nasher for some time. Hopefully, I may be of similar use to you now.
Okay, pleased to meet you. My name is Ateriese.
Indeed. I know who you are. There are many who whisper your name right now, and it is my business to listen to them all. My place lies in the shadows. I have many eyes and ears throughout the Northern Lands, and it is my place to inform Lord Nasher where the Vipers lay in wait. If only I had foreseen the actions of this cult, I could have prevented the disaster. But these men move skillfully out of my sight and hearing. Instead of recriminating myself for my failure, I must do what I can to repair the damage. And that is to offer what information I have to you, so that you may find where this new nest of vipers hides. Erebeth has informed you of where you must search, yes? She has told you of how you may root out these fiends?
She said that you would explain the details.
Unearthing the cult will not be a simple task. What few whispers I have collected, however, have allowed me to narrow your search to this region. It is vital that the cult's exact location be found, and that we are certain any leads we discover are not attempts at deception. Erebeth will not be satisfied until we find at least 2 separate leads that point to the same locale. That is your task. I do know of one possible lead for you. There has been strange news regarding a series of caves that lie north of Port Last. Investigation may reveal the cult to be hidden there. If not, there are other avenues for you to investigate. The city of Luskan to the north, Neverwinter Wood to the east, and the wildlands of the South Road. I suggest, however, that looking into the caves first would still be your wisest choice.
Tell me about these caves.
The caves are in the hills to the north of Port Last, near the Green Griffin Inn. They have long been used by humanoid tribes of orcs, bugbears, and the like. They aren't usually a concern. In recent months, however, I have received word that these various humanoid creatures have been raiding the roads south of Luskan. This would not be unusual, except that the creatures now seem very organized and, I hear, are being led by humans. This leads me to believe the cult may be involved. That will be for you to determine. Just keep this in mind. No matter what you find there, Erebeth will wish 2 firm leads on the cult's location before she will act. We cannot afford a mistake. Have you a question for me then, my friend?
Okay. I want to know about the other places I should
As you
search.
wish.
Tell me
I
of
will certainly tell you all I know about the other places you may need to search.
tell me of Luskan.
Aye, a city of pirates and base villainy. The city itself will be closed to you now, but it will be worth your while to go in that direction anyway. You should seek out the humanoid caves by the Green Griffin.
Okay. Well, we know why Luskan is closed. It's because of the plague.
Their gates have been sealed ever since the plague began
Yeah.
in Neverwinter, I'm afraid. The city is quite anarchic. An outbreak there would be devastating indeed. I have been attempting to pull what strings I can to convince officials in Luskan that the plague is over, but I am having little luck so far. Before the gates closed, there were rumors of battles in the streets in Luskan. Who knows what transpires there? With luck, I will soon arrange you a way inside to investigate. As
Okay.
you wish. I will certainly tell you all I know about the other places you may need to search.
Neverwinter Wood.
One of the deepest and most ancient woods of the north, my friend. It is filled with life both beautiful and dangerous, and is tended to by the Order of Druids.
What do you know about the place?
Like Neverwinter, the forest is warmed by the magically heated waters of the river that runs through it. It is a grand and beautiful place, I am told. Few journey through its boundaries, however, as it is said that the wood has a life of its own and is unwelcoming to outsiders. The druids of the wood, watched over by the archdruid Awil, are aware of all that passes within their charge. It is my hope that they can provide you aid.
Okay. All right.
As you wish.
Southern Road.
The road leads eventually home to Neverwinter, but before that lay many miles of wildlands, as well as the village of Charwood. The cult could hide in many places there.
Okay. What do you know about this place?
Very little. There has been little news from the village of Charwood for many years, I understand. It may have been deserted for all I can tell. Ruins will be common, and it is said that other, stranger creatures may have made these wildlands their home. A powerful wizard is even said to have taken residence.
Interesting.
As you wish.
Okay.
I will certainly tell you all I know about the other places you may need
Don't
to
know
search.
anything else about
Have you a
them.
question for me, then, my friend?
All right. Talk about something else.
Aye. What would you have of me?
Okay. So, I already kind of know about the situation of that stuff. How did you become spy master for Lord Nasher?
That is a curious question, my friend. Nor does it have a simple answer if the truth be known, and is not a tale that I care to often tell.
I still like to hear the tale.
As you wish, my friend. Though I'll not be held responsible should you nod off during the telling of it. Let me see. Perhaps it is best if I ask you a question first. You are a person possessed of wondrous magics, are you not? How is it that you came into your calling? Was it an accident? Was it born purely of talent? Do you believe you were fated to be what you are?
Well, considering I made the character, but I'm a third party in this story, I suppose it was fate.
Fate is an odd thing, wouldn't you agree? Crystal clear when behind you, yet evasive and unknowable when before you. I myself started life as a slave in the southern deserts of Kalimshan. Never would I have foreseen that I might become who I am today. I knew of the lush and wild jungles of my homeland, Chult, only through the bedtime tales of my mother. I have never laid eyes upon its shore. My mother was owned by a most vicious and cruel caliph. As a slave child, one learns to stay out of sight and to move silently, lest one be beaten. Moreover, I learned to listen. I listened to the chatter of the servants, the bored talk of the guards. For many, many years, I was the shadow in the caliph's halls. For all my hiding, however, I proved of no use to anyone but myself. I could not save my mother when the caliph beat her to death for spilling a tankard of his mead, for instance.
Yeah, you were a child. What could you have done?
I blamed myself regardless, as the young often do. In grief and anger, I stabbed and killed the caliph, and was subsequently chased into the streets of Kalimpur.
What happened to you then?
I fled into the shadows of the city, and was not alone there. I found many who I will call allies and not friends, for we acted in unison only to survive. The law pursued me, so always I remained hidden and listened as I once had. The fact that I was a thief to remain alive did not help. And eventually, even the shadows of the city were no longer safe for me. I sought passage out of the city, and eventually a captain took pity on me and gave me a position aboard his ship. Perhaps you have heard of Randall the Red?
I think so. You became a pirate?
Randall the Red deserved his reputation as a violent and cunning pirate of the Sword Coast. While I joined his crew, I was not a pirate as you think of it. I was not fond of drink as the other sailors were, and instead spent my time at each port making new contacts and listening. Over the years, Randall grew to depend on my skill. He gave me gold to establish informants throughout the coast, and I heard news the instant it happened. It was I who kept Randall safe and one step ahead of his pursuers, for always would I know before the chase was on us.
How'd you feel being a pirate?
I was not truly a pirate. I was his master of spies, though I did not put a name to what I did. And while Randall was indeed a pirate, he was an easy man to like. I was not fond of the looting and pillaging Randall indulged in, and did my best to subtly steer him away from the worst of it. Randall knew what I was doing, and permitted it only because I was otherwise invaluable to him. He cared not if I cringed and turned a cheek when the crew plied the worst of their bloody trade. As the years passed, I came into a certain amount of my own fame along the Sword Coast. My life was my life, and I was satisfied with it, and discharged my duty as best I knew. It was not until I encountered Lord Nasher that my life would change forever. That, however, is another tale. Ask me of it sometime, my friend.
Thank the gods it's finally over. No, I want to hear more.
Perhaps another time, my friend. Back to more important matters. Is there something you needed?
All right, so now we have another tale that when we get to a higher level, we can sit there and look into. I'll be going.
I shall hope that the gods keep you safe, my friend.
Nice. All right, by the way, just so you guys are clear on this, we are just stepping into... Okay, farmer son time. You're an adventurer, aren't you? I mean, greetings. That is my pa, and I could certainly use your help. Calm down, what seems to be the problem? Well, me and my pa, his name is Gerald, or Gerald, who knows. Everyone in Port Last knows him. We live in a farm just north of the town gates. There are lots of monsters that live in the hills around our farm. Normally they don't bother us so much, but lately they've been ambushing travelers and caravans and such, being real bold. They even went and kidnapped my mother while me and pa were away from the farm last week, so my pa sent me to town to get help. Surely someone in authority can help. So you want me to find your mother? We just need your help. All I ask is that you go and talk to my pa, Geralt, nothing else. All right, I'll help. That'd be great, my lord. I'm sure my pa would appreciate it. To get to our farm, you just need to go through the north gate and follow the road a bit. I'll stay here and for now and find some more people to send to pa until he calls me back. I'm sure you'll do the trick, though. Just go and talk to him. Okay. Anyways, as I was just about to say, we are literally in just now Chapter 2. I think there's 4 chapters in this game.
Shall do as you ask.
And we've just started Chapter 2. Holy buildings.
By Uthgar's blood! Yeah!
Alright, you're not getting very far. Hold on, let me just do a little thing that I got here. Healer's kit plus 6? What? You can calm down.
I shall do as you ask.
Plus 6. Oh yeah, I need to add this Rod of Terror in there. Okay. All right, let's do some exploring, huh? Take a look around to see what we got around here, you know? Shady character. That sounds interesting. What is that? Is that how you get into the temple? Oh, it's a sundial. That must be how you get into the cloak, whatever. Cloak tower. You're the kind of person who knows how to live in the shadows. And what if I do? In that case, I'm your go-to guy. I've got the goods to make your life easier. Let's see what you have to offer. Okay, you're useless to me. As cool as you are sadly useless to me. Potion of speed, bark skin, that can get sold. I don't even think I want to use these, to be honest. I don't. I've decided I don't. Lot of potions. Okay, Wondrous Gloves can sadly get sold. Shield of Dawn, sold. A 2,800 gold dagger, sold. Thieves' Tools, sold. Visibility, sold, 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 sold. Okay. And sold. I think a lot of this stuff can go down here with these things, because I think this is, yeah, this is one of them here. I think we can get rid of like the zoo copy keys and stuff. True Critical can get put in there. Honestly, you can get put in there too. You only weigh 2 pounds. What am I talking about? All right, cool. So our weight's pretty well set. Armor. I really like my concentration buff, though. Agility buff. Ring of Protection +2 is actually a not a bad one, but no, I don't want traps. All right. What's going on around here? Okay. So he doesn't have anything. Let's go into the dock house real quick. We'll do some exploring around here. Should have known I couldn't trust you. Things are getting too risky for you, and suddenly the agreed upon price isn't good enough. What's going on? Yeah, what are you doing? I'm telling you, this ain't the best of days so far. Captain Munge won't stop arguing with me. What's going on between you and